Welcome to the tabletop exercise for Dover High School's Crisis Video Active Shooter. This has been adapted from the Texas School Safety Center, the Division for Law Enforcement, Homeland Security, and Institutional Research. Today we're going to watch a video, then we're going to reflect on a tabletop scenario, and we're going to be looking at some questions. What would happen if there was an active shooter at Dover High School? We'd like you to think about this scenario as if it was real. In order to do this properly, you need to respect other people's ideas and participate in the discussion in a respectful way. A tabletop exercise is merely a pretend way to work our way through an emergency situation. We'll be discussing what our responsibilities will be and what we will do if an active shooter actually does ever enter Dover High School.
Every day, over 55 million children attend elementary and secondary schools in the United States. They are venues associated with learning, socializing, and achievement, not violence. We may choose to believe it will not happen to the schools within our neighborhood, but the harsh reality is active shooter incidents occur all too frequently. Typically, attacks are unpredictable and evolve quickly. Motivations may be different, but the facts are the same. An active shooter incident can happen anywhere, at any time. Does your school have a plan? Would you know what to do? Where to go? What to avoid? Do your teachers know what to do?
Teachers, please lock down your classrooms. Teachers, please lock down your classrooms.
Okay, everyone get on the ground and get to the bookshelf as fast as you can. Stay low to the ground. Stay over here. Quickly. Come on, please.
Okay, everybody, I want you to calmly get down in this corner over here, okay?
The attacker's intent is often unknown. You can't control their actions. All you can do is respond. It's important to know your environment and how to follow your school's response plan.
Good job, everybody. Stay calm, okay? Doing awesome.
In the event of an attack, the first responders and authorities on scene will work quickly to secure the situation and will take the necessary measures to eliminate the threat of danger.
Tables. Please get out! Get out! Get out! Where's he at? Look. On me.
Are your local emergency responders familiar with your school and your plan? Active shooter incidents are unpredictable and unplanned, but your actions can make the difference. You have seconds to decide what to do.
Down!
Are you prepared?
We all hope that an active shooter situation will never happen, but we need to practice, at least mentally, in case it ever does. We're going to pretend. It's about 11:30 on a beautiful clear day, a day just like any other. Everyone's busy, working, in the classroom, maybe going to lunch. Everyone is focused on doing the things that they normally do. Suddenly you hear something over the loudspeakers. It says lockdown. This is not a drill. Teachers run to their doors, shut the doors, and lock them. No one is allowed in and no one is allowed out. Someone tells you that they've heard that there's a threat against Dover High School, but no one knows what's going on. Unbeknownst to you, a van has driven into the parking lot of Dover High School. Two men with rifles have stepped out. You are in C Wing on the ground floor. Nearby, you can hear people screaming. Shots are being fired. What should you do? Should you get out of the building? Teachers, pause the video here for 1 to 2 minutes for a group discussion. Let's think about the ABCs of survival. You always want to look and listen. Listening is always more important than looking. Sometimes you can hear when someone's coming down the hallway. You have to make a decision. Should you barricade the door and hide, or should you run? Always run if you can. Active shooters are usually after killing people, not showing mercy. So don't wait. Cell phones should be put on silent. You want to be able to hear everything that you can. Let's pretend again. Now you're in the A wing on the second floor. You heard the lockdown notice, and now you hear shots in the distance. What should you do? Should you get out of the building now? How much more information do you need to know before you make your decision? Teachers, pause the video here for group discussion. Let's review the ABCs of survival again. You always want to look and listen. In this case, where are the shots coming from? Can you tell that they're far away? If they are, maybe the best decision is to run. That means leaving your classroom and going down the outside stairwell and getting away from the building. Remember, you need to be as quiet as possible. Your cell phone should not be your focus. It's 2 hours into the future in this pretend scenario. The shooters have been killed by police. The area has been secured. However, there are people that are dead. There are injured people. The cell phones all around you are going off with texts and calls from parents and the media, but no one is allowed on campus. You've learned that you were one of 4 schools that were attacked in Kent County. In all likelihood, Route 8 in front of the high school will be closed, and no vehicle traffic will be allowed going in or out of the high school through Dover High Drive. It is important for guardians and parents to know where they might pick their students up. We've designated 2 zones called safe zones. One is in the Destiny Christian Church parking lot called the West Zone, and the other one is on East Sheldrake Circle inside of Cannon Mills. And this is called the East Zone. Both areas can be safely accessed by both vehicles and pedestrians. In conclusion, let's review our survival ABCs. We should always be prepared to look and listen. And there's a decision to be made. In the event of an active shooter, you have to decide whether to run or to barricade yourself. Cell phones that are silent are going to keep you safer. Thank you for working with us through this Dover High School crisis video. We adapted a video by Career Safe and an original PowerPoint by the Texas School Safety Center. Additional text was by Melissa Tools, and it was narrated by Lane Carter.